Tom DeLay. Hello, Congressman.
Well, hello there, Steve. Great to be with you.
Always great to talk to you, sir. Let me start, since you are in Texas, and this Wendy Davis, who the media has made into a hero for a filibuster, when, of course, Ted Cruz was made into a villain for a filibuster. And they see her as their best chance at turning the red state of Texas blue. Running for governor, it's been shown that she's lied on her biography about various events in her life, lied under oath about when she was divorced. And now we have something even perhaps more disturbing. I'm going to let you hear a little bit of a soundbite. And this is some of her staff members and workers for her campaign trashing Greg Abbott basically for being in a wheelchair. And here is that cut.
What I think is amazing is he's in a wheelchair, but he has no sympathy for anyone or anyone.
He may have a personality disorder.
First of all, not good looking. He doesn't speak very well. He doesn't have a good personality, and he's in a wheelchair.
All right. He doesn't speak well. He doesn't have a good personality, and he's in a wheelchair. I mean, this kind of politics is outrageous, is it not?
Oh, it's more than outrageous, I got to tell you. But it shows you who Wendy Davis is. I mean, she has no concept of life. And she doesn't. She believes in murdering the unborn, and you go from there. It just shows her character. I mean, first of all, Greg Abbott is good looking. He speaks well, and yes, he is in a wheelchair. But nobody laughs about it. He's been a man of incredible character and responsibility. I guess they do what the left normally does, is to completely destroy somebody in order to defeat them.
You think this will backfire, though?
Oh, definitely. First of all, she's not for Texas anyway. Texas is a strong, conservative, pro-life, pro-gun state. It still is, even though they're trying to change it. Wendy Davis just doesn't fit the profile that Texans would vote for.
So no way you think that she becomes governor of the next state of the state of Texas?
Well, I'm not ready to say no way because, as you know, Steve, the left are in Texas and they're trying to change Texas from red to blue, and they bring their entire strong coalition. Over the last 15 years, they've put together probably the most powerful political coalition I've ever seen before. And you add that to Obama's campaign machine, it's pretty ominous. And if Greg Abbott cannot sit on his laurels, the Republicans and conservatives cannot just allow this to happen. They've got to get out and work, or the left is going to turn out the inner cities in Texas, and just like Obama won, turning out their base could win.
Wow. So it's not impossible that she could win. Scary thought, Congressman. All right, let's turn to Governor Christie now and what the media is doing to him. What about his chances going forward within the Republican Party for the nomination, if you believe he ever had a chance, and what does this do to that chance after these scandals?
Well, he's always had a chance. I mean, we nominated John McCain, so anybody, especially a governor, has a chance. In fact, I think governors probably have more of a chance in 2016 than anybody else. So he's always had a chance. And frankly, I think the media is overreaching on this one. By now, they have not been able to find any smoking gun, and they have so pounded on him as they normally do, and not finding him connected with any of this. I just think I know, if you look back over the history of politics, if you overreach like this and you go after the king and don't kill the king comes out of it stronger than ever.
Yeah, I think if there's nothing illegal that he knew about or that he did, I think he comes out stronger. I agree with you. All right, the State of the Union next week. The president, boy, what does he do? How much do you think he will demonize Republicans and the right and the Tea Party, or maybe even the Supreme Court again? Who the heck knows? Because he certainly can't tout anything that he's accomplished.
Well, he's laying out a new agenda that the Democrats are going to have to run on, and I just love it. I mean, first of all, Steve, I think the election has already been set. The Republicans could blow it, but the lack of trust of the American people in Obama, and that translates to every Democrat that's on the ballot, I mean, you look at the polls. I saw a poll last week that showed the generic question on the ballot, would you vote for a Republican or Democrat? It was 7 points to the favor of a Republican.
Right.
That I have never seen. I mean, that's when we had the tsunami in 1994 that took over the House for the first time in 60 years, we were behind by 3 points in that generic ballot. And so that just tells me that I know it's 9 months to the election, but still, that just tells me a tsunami is coming, and the American people have totally lost trust. So Obama comes out, and he sets the agenda as on this inequality of income. And I call it, if you like your poverty, you can keep your poverty. I mean, if they're going to run on that, I mean, they're just going to increase our numbers. The American people are not looking for more welfare and more entitlement programs.
And not to mention Obamacare.
Obamacare is the one that he lost trust over. So Obamacare and inequality of income is what they're going to run on this year. I mean, it's just, I just can't believe it. I thought they were smarter than that.
Now, you did say if the Republicans don't blow it, I think. So how could they blow it?
Well, first of all, as I mentioned earlier, the left has put together an incredible political machine when it comes to elections. It's just amazing. They can go into people's houses with technology and determine who lives there, what do they believe in, get them motivated, and turn them out. We have nothing like that turnout machine that they have. We're growing and we're building and we're working on it. And if we don't have at least a good get-out-the-vote effort, we won't maximize this next election.
All right. Very interesting. Congressman, always a pleasure to talk to you, sir. Thank you very much.
My pleasure, Steve.
Tom DeLay. Okay, Tom DeLay, ladies and gentlemen, former House Majority Leader and Texas Congressman here on the Steve Malzberg Show. It is scary, to hear the dose of reality coming from Tom DeLay that Wendy Davis could win. Now, unless she fires, I mean, these are Wendy Davis backers, okay? I don't know if they're campaign staff. It was an undercover video, and we're going to, as you heard from James O'Keefe, making fun of Abbott being paralyzed. She has to come out and denounce this immediately. She also has to start dealing with the inaccuracies in her biography and the lies instead of, saying, oh, look, they're picking on me. Oh, look, they're trying to trash me. Yeah, with good reason, because this isn't going to fly in the state of Texas, although it's the Democratic machine that really is going to focus full steam ahead on converting Texas and getting that vote out. So heed that warning, Texas Republicans, that it's too early to say no way to a Wendy Davis victory, and she could win. All right, folks, we're coming back with, hour number 2 of the Steve Malzberg Show. In that hour, among the other guests, we'll talk to Kendall Coffey as we go spinning the law on the Steve Malzberg Show, Newsmax TV and radio.